What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking another look at the upcoming Jordan 1 Virgil Archives Alaska. This is the God Killer batch from Kickwho. Before we get into them, I want to remind you that this video and all the content on my channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only. If you're new to my channel, if you will go ahead and like and subscribe for me while you're here, I really appreciate that. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll be sure to have that in the description for you. Guys, I appreciate all the support. Let's take a look at these Jordan 1s. So I have reviewed this shoe a couple times before on the channel, so if you've seen those, thank you and welcome back. This is, however, the God Killer batch from Kickwho. There is their information right there, including that discount code for you, kvegas. I'll be sure to have that in the description. Anytime they have a major release, I try to pick them up from Kickwho so you can see how they did, and we're going to dive right in and take a look. So you do have your Jordan 1 outsole, looking good with your stars, traction pattern, and your branding. Not a lot to talk about there. That is in a bright white, and then the midsole is in this nice sail, and it is a very nice line going from the white to the sail, nice and crisp, no smudging. Got your air, of course, in quotation marks. And then going around the medial side, pair looks to be pretty clean. Don't see a whole lot to talk about. Everything shape-wise look to be on point. Now, fit and comfort of these shoes, these are a men's 13, and as I said, guys, it is the God Killer batch, and I've never had one that did not fit like retail, so I'm going to tell you to go ahead and go with your normal Jordan 1 size, whatever you do. I know some people like the size, maybe half size down in a Jordan 1. I personally don't, but, you know, like I said, they do fit like retail. Comfort-wise, this pair comes with the same insole that we got for the off-white version of this shoe. It is that blue ortholite style with the ribs on the forefoot area, which I just personally don't like. I think it's a little bit uncomfortable, so I typically swap that out. But because these fit true to size, you got plenty of room to swap it out for an even more cushioned insole if you would like. Now, the upper of the shoe, of course, you got a lot going on with this pair, different materials. Obviously, the deconstructed design, which everybody really loves, one of the things that made this shoe and the other colorways such a hit. So you do have some suede, you got some mesh panels, the leather, you know, everything that you would expect. One thing that I love about this shoe, especially when you compare it to the recently released Union LA Fragment collabs, is the shape on the toe box. That super tapered look. That looks so nice, especially, like I said, when you compare them to those three previous releases. The Union Fragments, I'm saying, they had kind of a bulky toe box. Don't know why, but this looks beautiful. And the material is good. You got soft, kind of flat, grainy leather. Of course, the edges undone everywhere. Your mesh feels nice and breathable, really soft. Of course, it's going to start you off, guys, with the white laces, and it does have the shoelace print on the end of it. You are also going to get the black, purple, and kind of like a light blue. So you got all four options, as you should. Tongue, you have the Nike Air tag on the side, and that super bright orange with the deconstructed exposed foam all around the tongue. Same thing around your ankle collar. And then there you can see down in there the shoelace print on the end of the laces, and it is not crusty, if you know what I mean. Some of these that I've gotten from across the water over the years, this print right here, you could kind of rub it and it would almost rub off because it was, I mean, I don't know another word for it, kind of crusty feeling. This is not like that. It's nice and soft, so that print should not rub off, at least not quickly anyway. I don't know about over time, but at any rate. Of course, you have your swoosh that is attached with this blue stitching, both front and back, and then it is just loose over the body of the shoe. Got your suede panel here in that light gray with your Wings logo just pressed into this white leather, and then of course you got your 85 in quotation marks on both upper panels, just like you would expect. And then the kind of ridged areas here of the leather. Back of the shoes, you have the double stitching and the double paneling, the leather over top of this leather. Overall, that looks just fine. I don't really see anything to, you know, talk about really. And then the medial side, really the only difference in this release and the previous release is the print. You know, it says Virgil, well, VAA, Virgil Archives Alaska, instead of the off-white. Other than that, as far as I can tell, it is the exact same shoe. You know, if you guys know of a difference that I don't, feel free to hit me in the comments. But, you know, so I know in previous reviews I've actually called these off-whites just out of habit, and I may do that at some point in this video. If I do, forgive me, but it's the same shoe. But anyway, we'll take a look at the left one. Of course, the left one does come with your blue zip tie. All right, and the back of the shoes looks fine, good shape. Yeah, Kickwho did a good job on these, as expected. There's your Air, again in quotation marks, with your Wings logo. Super clean and crisp. And then there's that 85. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the zip tie. If I can get you to get the print. And of course, it has the VAA on it as well, as opposed to the off-white. Again, other than that, no difference. So a couple letters difference. Other than that, same shoe. There is that medial side print again. And our outsole, again, perfect shape on the toe box, and it is a good thick cut. You can see the edges there of the leather. And here's our tongue again with that exposed foam. Let's go ahead and check out the strobel, and then we got to get into the packaging because there's a lot to go over there. You do have the gray strobel with the extra threading tape down and size tag right there. There we go, focus for us. These do come with some tissue paper inside, no shoe tree inserts or anything. And then the insole, as we said, is that blue foam Ortholite insole with the ridges on the forefoot area and your branding at the heel in black. So not a lot to there. The good thing is this does not have, even though you can see the lines, the glue is not real tacky, so this was very easy to get out if you're going to replace it. All right, so let's set these to the side, and again, let's go over the packaging because it is a lot. So first off, you do have the heavier duty box. If you're not familiar, it is kind of like the Jumpman Jack box, that super thick, heavy cardboard. When you open it up, this plastic sleeve will slide out. You can see it does have the plastic co-branded tissue paper on there. Okay, so this sleeve goes all the way inside the box, and then you also get the little this booklet, which I'll just be honest, none of the ones that I've reviewed have I gone through all this, because I mean, it's just not something that I'm all that concerned about. However, I do try to show you all the details, and so they did get it right, including this booklet. Okay, so there you go. And then onto the box. As I said, guys, this is a super heavy duty box. I mean, it's that really, really thick cardboard, and it's got the Air Jordan 1 box with the cutout holes like the off-white was. You know, again, it's not off-white, but that's what they're going for. It does have the plastic here, okay? And then this portion right here is actually there is no plastic in these holes because that's where the sleeve would be. And you got your 85 Air Jordan 1. Again, you got some holes that are just cut out, some branding on the bottom, and then our box label, if I can get it to focus, is Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG SP. We got white, and that's it, men's 13. So the way this opens, like that. And this is another thing that's happened on every one that I've reviewed so far. This is meant to hold the little booklet, that little sleeve, and it just comes unglued. I don't know why, but again, I don't worry about that. It does have the little pull-out nylon blue strap, and of course you can see the mirrored backing all through the inside of the box. As I said, super heavy duty box, and Kickwho did a perfect job protecting it and shipping. No damage to it at all, which is something I always appreciate. And the shoes, I think, look spot on, super clean. You can't go wrong with this pair. So anyway, guys, that's my unboxing review again of the Jordan 1 Virgil Archives Alaska, the God Killer batch from Kickwho. I hope that you enjoyed it and that it was helpful for you. Let me know what you think about this pair in the comments, or how are you feeling about these being a VAA versus an off-white. Are you picking these up? Be sure to follow me on my other socials and be on the lookout, guys. We got a lot more of these reviews coming your way.